A qualified pilot who used his light aircraft in a bid to smuggle cocaine into the UK has been jailed for 9 years following a National Crime Agency investigation. Pilot on the left, 52, and his accomplice on the right, 49, admitted trying to bring 30 kilogram of the Class A drug into the country after being stopped by Border Force officers on the 20th of March this year at North Weald Airfield in Epping, Essex, after landing from Belgium by Calais. Officers searched the small plane and discovered a concealment had been built into the rear seats. Inside it were 31 kilogram blocks of cocaine with a street value of about 2.4 million. This man, a photographer of Shifford Path, Lewisham, South London, admitted smuggling the drugs in April when he appeared at Chelmsford Crown Court. In May, this man, who runs a company conducting aerial surveys, also admitted the same count. A WhatsApp chat was discovered between the offenders' phones. It contained a link to a news story with the headline, "Gang use a small aircraft to drop cocaine into Dorset." This man of Milton Court, Cheshunt, Hertfordshire, joked in another message that the gang must have watched the Tom Cruise film American Made, which is a plot based on a light aircraft cocaine trafficking into the US. On Monday, the 22nd of September, this man was jailed for 7 years, and this man was jailed for 9 years respectively, and this man also used his expertise and apparent legitimacy to enable this attempted importation of Class A drugs. These substances destroy lives. The organised crime groups that traffic them don't care about that. They only care about the money. That these two men were part of that crime group. Here's some more news from the National Crime Agency. The final member of a drug smuggling gang who attempted to flood the UK with 46 million worth of cocaine on a small boat with 2 Scots have been jailed. Didier Tordesillas Reyes, 40, has been caged for 13.5 years after he was arrested by police officers at a hotel in Lely, East Yorkshire, in May last year. The Colombian national had stayed overnight in the hotel with Daniel Livingstone from Campbelltown and Mark Moran from Ardrishaig, who conspired with him to smuggle the Class A drug. Investigators found the drugs stashed inside a hire van parked outside. Reyes acted as contact with the Colombian drug cartels and flew into the UK, especially to participate in the smuggling attempt. He and Moran had sailed a rigid-hulled inflatable boat from the Hessel, Yorkshire, slipway before returning hours later with the drugs haul and unloading it at a beach near Easington Caravan Park, near Hull. Livingstone, 25, was waiting for them and had been seen shining a torch out to sea and talking on his mobile phone before they approached. NCA officers watched Moran, 24, and Reyes unloading a number of bags from the boat onto the beach and the van leaving the scene, a courtyard that clothes Reyes was wearing when he was arrested were so waterlogged that he had to change into a forensic white suit before being taken away. The group had been tracked by police, who observed Moran and another man buying a VW Touareg with a tow bar in Dewsbury, which they drove up to the Humber Ribs in Hull, where they purchased a rib. This bar was used in an unsuccessful smuggling attempt. Livingstone was also seen filling 2 large cherry cans with fuel on the same day as the drugs were unloaded onto the beach. Reyes was sentenced to 13.5 years imprisonment at Hull Crown Court on Monday, September the 22nd, after pleading guilty to conspiracy to import cocaine in July last year. Livingstone pleaded guilty to the offence in June last year. A jury at the same court convicted Moran of the same charge on October the 28th last year. Following an 8-day trial, a fourth man, also from Argyll and Bute, was cleared by the jury. Moran was sentenced to 15 years imprisonment and Livingstone to 7 years and 9 months imprisonment on December the 23rd last year. The NCA investigation was supported by Humberside Police, who provided maritime and roads police and assistance, and Border Force, who provided maritime advice. NCA Senior Investigating Officer Alan French said Reyes was an integral part of this smuggling attempt, acting as a go-between with drug cartel bosses in Colombia. Without his input, the cocaine would have never got into Moran and Livingstone's hands. There's no doubt these drugs would have been sold onto communities around the UK, but the crucial partnership working between the NCA, Humberside Police and Border Force thwarted the plot and left a huge hole in the pockets of organised crime groups that would have benefited. Please like this video, please comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.